this is Rebecca, and I am back with another Pick a Card general reading. This time, this reading is just a message that is trying to get to you. It is something that you are either not hearing for whatever reason, or you are just not listening currently. Or maybe it's something you've been thinking, but you need confirmation on what it is, and that's why you're here. So, I've got 3 groups again for this. These decks are ones that have been used in these readings, so you can also pick your group based off of whatever card you might find appealing. Or I've got the charms like usual that you can pick from. Charms, or little things that I have you can pick from. As always, the times for each group will be in the description, so you can jump to those whenever you've decided which one you want. And also, group 2, you will have at least one video linked by your group. There might be 2 if I manage to find the other one, but I got the one. At least I know, but you'll know what that's about if you pick group 2. But yeah, so group 1, I've got this here for you. I mean, it's a rock. I want to call it a crystal because it kind of looks like one to me. It might be hard to tell on camera, but it's got a lot of shiny aspects to it, and it looks crystal-like. But I am pretty sure I just kind of saw this on the ground in gravel somewhere and I grabbed it. So I don't know if it is a crystal per se, but it's a very sparkly, shiny rock. So, or if you prefer this card, that is also for you, group 1. In group 2, you have this little googly eye here that I got in a little spell bag a while back. Or you can pick by this card here for this deck. For group 2. Group 3, I have this little owl charm here for you. Charm that I found somewhere. Or we have this card here, this deck for you, group 3. Whichever you might find more appealing or easier to pick from. Got 1, 2, and 3. So, like I said, times are in the description. You can jump ahead to whichever group is for you. And we're going to get started with group number 1. Hello, group 1. You are here if you picked this rock I got here. Could be a crystal, I don't really know. I found it somewhere on the ground. It's very sparkly, shiny. So obviously I kept it. So that is the one you picked there, or maybe you picked from the cards I had sitting out for you. So this reading is a message that is trying to be sent to you currently. It could be from spirit guides, it could be from any other power that you listen to or that you follow. Somebody, or just somebody in your life even, somebody is trying to get you with this message. And for some reason you're either not listening or you're not hearing it right now. So, or maybe this is just a confirmation for you about it. So I have pulled your tarot and oracle decks that I plan to start with, at least, if not be all that I use. This card's sitting out here because this is from your first tarot deck that I picked out for you, or that I was told to pick out for you. And I had no intention of shuffling or getting a card yet, but before I didn't realize I was already shuffling it and the card fell out, so that's your first one. I'm going to pull a few more for you. And I have my music on as usual, so if anything sticks out for you, I will let you know. And if I mention a song and artist, I will try to find a YouTube video with the lyrics on it and link it in the description by your group if it applies to you. So you can check that. Ooh, okay. That's a lot. That's a lot. Okay. I didn't want to pull that many cards, but I'm told that I need to, so okay. Okay. So, we got the first jumper here that I will pull for you. Or, you know, turn it. I can't focus today, I'm sorry. So your first card of this deck is the Two of Cups. Now we have to turn these weird because I'm facing one of my giant windows today, and it's very bright out. It's snowing, so it's very bright outside. What, kitty? Oh my goodness. Okay. Your second card, group number 1, is the Chariot. Alright, and then we have the Nine of Cups. Oh, kitty, I know. My goodness, she has a lot to say too. Alright, your next card is the Four of Coins. Really, every one of these is very important, according to my cat. Okay, next card of this deck, we have number 13, Death. Nothing to say about that one, kitty? Oh, okay, not as much. And the last card from this deck is the Five of Swords. Will that just be in frame? Yeah, alright. So I didn't plan to pull nearly this many cards, but those last 4 really demanded to be out here, so. Alright, so I'm gonna start getting your next tarot cards out before I try to see exactly what I'm getting here, but oh my goodness. Okay. I will not take all of these cards. That one came out for sure. Take one more. Group 1. I said one more. Excuse me. Please, just one more card. Group 1. What are they not hearing right now that they need to hear? One more card. Come on. You had so much to say earlier. Now you can't just condense it. Come on. One more card. Thank you. Okay. Now for this deck, I am going to have to look at the book for the meanings, because this tarot deck is different than the average one, so. Very cool though, I do like this deck. I don't use it often, so. We got your first card here from this deck, and it is number 15. I'll have to look at what exactly that is, but if you can see, I'm trying to hold it in a good light to be able to see it. 15. And then we have 2 of air. And we have card number 3, which I do remember because I've pulled this almost every time I've used this deck. I think it's called Youth, or The Youth, card number 3. And then we have 14 of Earth. Okay. So let me look at those real quick so I can see what they're trying to say here. So yeah, number 3 is called the Youth, yeah. And that's the, like, youthful energy, quest for adventure, living in the moment, greater risk, greater reward, embracing individuality, new direction, just kind of having that youthful energy of being young and just like being like, hey, I want this thing, I'm gonna go get it, kind of thing. So that's what that card is about. Let's look at 15. Abundance. Okay, so this card is abundance. Consciousness, giving, receiving, energy, love, appreciation. Abundance surrounds you. Have faith and conviction. Complete trust is required. Your rainy day is today. Determine your goals and reasons and set intentions. Relax, enjoy yourself. The more you give, the more you receive. Appreciate and be grateful. Okay, that makes sense. That makes sense with kind of what I'm getting out of this top row, which I'll get into in a second. Let's look at the other ones here. Look at that Earth card. Okay, so 14 is the King of Earth in this deck. Virile, successful, industrious, devoted, steadfast. Take pride in accomplishments, pay it forward, honor your process. Now is not the time to make changes. Life is meant to be enjoyed. Free yourself from control. Don't be lazy, or there could be an abuse or misuse of power currently. Okay, so a lot of this that I'm getting is something to do with finances or career, maybe. Something to do with that. Yeah, let me keep a look at the air card. The Two of Air, right here. It's duality, polarity, separation, integration, choice, big picture. So when you create, you also destroy. Nothing is ever black and white. The choice between dichotomy and integration. Embrace an open mind. Sometimes both parties can be right. Okay. So, with that coming out of that deck, what I'm getting out of all these here is that there is something that you are holding on to, or that I feel like you're clutching very tightly to your chest. And with this being a Four of Coins, I feel like it's related to finances. You might either be in a spot right now where you're not financially really stable or like abundant with money currently. And it's between one or the other, like this polarity card. It's you either, like a lot of people probably are experiencing right now, unfortunately, in this country, you are very hard pressed for money right now. Maybe you haven't been able to work for most of the year, or whatever other troubles you might have been having with everything going on. So you feel like everything you get, you have to cling to with your life. Like you can't waste a second or a penny even. Like you're holding on tightly to it. Or you're in the opposite situation where you have an abundance of money and you are clutching on to every cent that you have. And not necessarily in like a greedy kind of way. You're like, no, I'll never help anyone with my money. It's just more of a like, you probably worked for it and you are terrified of losing it all. So you're just clutched in, like you can see in this picture. Since this deck uses roses a lot for its images, like hands and roses, the rose stems with the thorns are like tied up in vines and they're constricted and they're just held in. That's what I feel like you're doing with your money, if you are the ones that are abundant with your money right now. Or you're the opposite, where you feel constricted maybe in your ability to not have money, and you feel like you're stuck because you feel limited in that. But with this Five of Swords card over here, that card is about letting go of things that don't serve you anymore, or things that when you're clutching so tightly to, it does nothing but cut up your hands. It does nothing but hurt you at that point. You need to release it, and the fact that the Death card is between them makes me think that something is asking you to make some kind of change, even though this card says it's not a time for change, but I think that just means a big life change. It's like, you know, if you're overabundant in your money, like, don't quit your job or anything thinking that you're set, but like, this Death card I think is wanting you to go from this to this. Whether it's you releasing your vice grip on your money and just letting yourself enjoy the fact that you have money to, you know, be comfortable, or let go of this fear and, you know, penny pinching you might have if you're on the other end. Like, allow yourself to buy whatever food, you know, you need with your money, if that's something you need to do, even if your money is tight. Like, let yourself live, you know, whenever is possible. You know, Death wants you to change this mindset into more of this, where you can just finally let it go and trust that, you know, a balance in the middle ground is the best place to be. Like this card is saying, it's like, you can't be black or white with this. You have to kind of be in the middle. You can let yourself spend your money or use your finances or your your capital or whatever that you have responsibly for yourself and for whatever you need, you know, or want, even just something you might want. It's okay, you are able to use that responsibly and not be like, next week be completely out of money because you did everything wrong. You know, like you spent all your money on something that you didn't need, you know. It's just asking you to find that nice medium. And with this abundance card being in here, I think, you know, it's letting you know that if you do spend that money, it's okay. You know, you're gonna still be okay. You're gonna be abundant and still be able to live and be secure and be okay. No matter what end of it you're on with the money wise, like, you're gonna still be okay. This youth card might even just be, you know, it's asking you to let yourself get what you want for yourself. And this card's saying do it responsibly. Obviously, don't go to the extreme other end, but you can do that. And that's what I'm getting from the Chariot and Nine of Cups as well. The Nine of Cups is, you know, like wishes and happiness and, you know, letting yourself maybe get to do something that you want to do that will make you happy. And the Chariot's telling you to go for it, you know. And this Two of Cups here is making me feel like it kind of mirrors this card in my eyes. It's got that, the black raven and then the lighter raven. It makes me feel like you're going to be balanced in what you do if you just let yourself let it go, you know, a little bit. Like, realize when the tight grip is hurtful more than helpful for you. So, yeah, that is what I'm getting for your tarot. I got a few oracle decks. I'm gonna pull a card from them for you. Okay. your first oracle card. Oh, I like, there's a nice kind of black and white theme going on here with these cards for you, group 1. So the first oracle card I've got for you is number 2 of this deck, Out of Darkness. With a very black and white theme going here for you. Out of Darkness. Okay, first time I've pulled that one for this deck, so let me just... So what it says, something that has been troubling you, something dark within you or in your life is about to become something else. You won't see it coming, but when the time is right, and it soon will be, out of darkness will come new life. Whatever struggle or challenge is in your life or your heart right now, trust that it is going to work out. Not only that, but the very thing that seems to be darkest in your life, the most troublesome, is actually going to be what brings forth a beautiful gift of new life. In a strange way, it's actually trying to help you. It is assisting you in being ready to receive and experience new life, for something new to be born in you and in your life. This might be the realization of your own inner strength, your courage, the development of belief in yourself, confidence to trust your instincts, or some other gift yet to be understood. So soon you'll see there was an opportunity, even a blessing, hiding in the troubles of your past, just waiting for the right time to transform itself into light and life. Okay, so that feels targeted to me towards the people who are not on the abundant end of the money situation or finances or like work security, whatever this is referring to for you. Because it probably does feel like a dark time. Like maybe you're worrying about being able to keep your job or keep your housing situation because of money, or, you know, whatever else, you know, could be really hard for you right now, and maybe has been for most of this year, or this last year, because it's been like that for a lot of people, unfortunately. Like 2020 was something for a lot of people. But I think for sure this card is wanting you to know it's coming. Like, your end to this is coming. The darkness is going to be ending soon. There's going to be light on the other end. There's going to be a blessing, and with abundance and this Nine of Cups, I do really see that for you soon. So I'm just getting another oracle card here. Alright, your next oracle card is number 16 of this deck, and it is Bitch Fire. Stand up for yourself. Bitch Fire. This is a new deck I got here. So it says in the book for this, although it seems pretty self-explanatory, you know, stand up for yourself. Maybe you're in a... I can't speak. Maybe you're in a relationship or situation at work or with your money or whatever that is constricting you. Maybe there's somebody else that's telling you you're not allowed to spend this money, you're not allowed to buy this or that, you can't have this for whatever reason. But it says, there's no better way to say it. Someone in your life is trying to burn you at the stake. Maybe you didn't give them something they wanted, or you didn't let them get away with their bad behavior. Either way, they are trying to ruin your reputation. I don't know why I am unable to speak today. No, rest assured, your reputation will stay intact. Silence can be effective, but this is not that kind of situation. Get loud and let them have a taste of your bitch fire. So for those of you that find yourself in that situation where maybe somebody else is controlling your finances or your future with, you know, your job or your money or maybe your home life, something. Maybe now is not the time to sit silently by if you're able to do anything else. Stand up for yourself. Maybe that's the kind of change that you need to go for to free yourself out of this darkness. Another oracle card for you. Group 1. I need to hear right now. I had a feeling it was going to be this one. This is a newer deck of mine again, but I pulled this card for myself recently, and I had a feeling I was going to see it again, and here she is. Your last oracle card is She Who Resists. Aldous? Probably didn't say it right, but that's what Aldous. Fearless, justified, resistant. Oh, she's gonna go right by Bitchfire, because I'm feeling that. So with that card, it's She Who Resists. She grips a bloody knife in her hand, as you can see. She looks back to see who follows. Her determination is echoed in the golden bee exploring the rose in her hair. She will continue to do what she must do. She holds no love for violence, but neither will she allow fear to rule her. When the call comes to fight for her rights, she will always answer. Her fierce resistance comes from a lifetime of being told what she cannot do. Aldez embraces her own voice, her own power, her own infinite right to be herself. Aldez's message is to fight for yourself. I lost my place. Resist those who would change who you are. Stand against injustice in your world. It is best to choose the path of nonviolence, yet at times you may have to use justified anger as impetus to move yourself forward. This moment calls for you to draw on your own inner strength. Examine how you may be allowing things to happen simply by refusing to resist. This is not a time to allow others to walk over you. And the questions that this card is asking: am I allowing my power to be blocked? Is my anger justified? Are there peaceful ways to resist? So that confirms this card pretty well for me. So I do feel like some of you are unfortunately in a situation like that, where somebody's been controlling you, maybe your finances as well as like a job or something, and the time for you to stop, to be not resisting that or fighting it has passed. It's time to stand up for yourself and demand some change. And with the Chariot and the Abundance, 9 of Cups, it's out of darkness, I think you doing that will yield some very positive things for you. Maybe not exactly what you expected or how quickly you expected, but there will be something there for you to get as a reward for this. Okay, so I was just gonna end this, but then my camera battery died. So that is what I've got for you, Group 1. I get a pretty clear message out of this. I hope I expressed it well, so that for people that it does apply to, that, you know, you get the message. Something is holding you back, constraining you. It could be yourself, it could be an outside source, an outside person or situation, but something is restraining you and I feel like it's been happening for a while, and the time has come where you need to be the one who resists. You know, something has to be done to change this. Whatever situation that you're in. And I feel like when you do that, there is abundance and light waiting for you on the other side. So, I hope that resonated with you. I hope if you do this, and I wish you all the best, and I hope everything works out as well as it looks like it should for you. You can let me know in the comments if any of that made sense for you, and subscribe if you want to see any more readings from me. I plan to keep doing them whenever I get the urge, and thank you for watching. I will hopefully see you in the next reading. Bye. Hello, group 2. You are here if you picked this little googly eye here, or if you picked it from the card that it was on beginning, whichever you used. This is going to be your reading, and this reading is for a message that you need to hear right now, whether it be from spirit guides, spirit, or just any higher being of yours that helps you or that you follow, or even just other people in your life. Like whatever, somebody somewhere is trying to get a message to you, and you either haven't been listening or you can't hear it. So that is what this is for. I've got 2 tarot decks and a few oracle decks that I'm going to use. If I need any more, I will grab them as needed. And like always, I am listening to my music on my phone. If anything feels significant during this, I'll let you know about it, and most likely find you a lyric video on YouTube with the song that I'll link by your group in the description. So you can look there if I bring anything up for you today. So, okay, alright. I'm just already looking at your cards, and alright, Group 2, your first tarot deck. The first card I have is the 10 of Pentacles. And I apologize for like the light. It's, there you go. I'm in a different room today, and I'm directly in front of a giant window, and it's snowing. It's very bright outside. So your second card is the 2 of Cups. And then we have the King of Cups. And we have the Queen of Cups. And this is a newer deck, but I did shuffle them very well, so just happen to have a lot of cups today. The King and Queen. And the 2. Okay. Oh, a little heart hanging here. That's cute. Oh, I didn't see that till just now. So, I'm shuffling up your next tarot deck now, but just given... Oh no, this is funny. Given what, given, I'm sorry, I'm looking at my music because I had a song from the opera Don Giovanni come on that I am like 98% sure was their song when they were like going into their wedding or heading to it or whatever. Act 1, Scene 3. Giovanetti. che fate all'amore. So yeah, I think that was when they were like on their way to the wedding. If I can find a piece of it, I'll link that video for you, but yeah, so I feel like this is going to be something in regards to a relationship. It just made me laugh because I've known that opera my entire life, and so I can picture that song, like what they're doing on stage. Wow, what happened? Okay, well, I'll take those. I wasn't looking at my cards for a little bit there, and when I looked down, somehow two of my cards were flipped around inside my deck that I was shuffling. How did that happen? Okay. There's the first two of that one. But yeah, I can picture the scene that's happening in, and I'm like 100% sure now that that's not their wedding, but it's like the introduction of a couple characters, and they are getting married soon, and they're singing about it, I think, in that particular moment. So, I got one more card for you from this tarot deck, and we'll see what else we got going here. So your second tarot deck, first card is the Nine of Skulls. There we go. I'm trying to get the lighting good so you can see the card. There you go. Nine of Skulls, which would be like the Nine of Pentacles. And we have the Sun. Right into the Two of Cups. That's a good mirror there. And we have the Priestess. And your last card of this deck is the Queen of Knives. Alright, I'm going to say this now, because it might be significant the more I look at this reading, but another song for you would be Wait For It from the musical Hamilton. Because I feel like with the Ten of Pentacles being with the relationship kind of stuff here, and with these two having turtles, I feel like with this relationship there might be a really slow moving thing happening. Because we also have Pentacles here, we have like 9 and 10 of them. Maybe the reason you're hearing or seeing this message, or you're looking for it, is because maybe you've been in this relationship a while and you feel like it's moving slower than you thought it would. But that's a good song. I feel like I recommended that song before, but I'll link that with you, Group 2, and you can listen to it, and if there's something in there that hits you, then, you know, good. So, I'm holding your Oracle deck for some reason, but I wanted to get to the tarot before I did that. Yeah, so I definitely do see a relationship kind of message here for you, Group 2. And I think this Queen, the King and Queen of Cups up here, I feel like is, you know, symbolizing the two of you in this relationship. Plus also the Queen of Knives down here. I'd say one of you probably has the personality of the Queen of Knives, or just that ability to kind of like be very straightforward and very to the point, and also able to kind of detect everybody else's BS and just know when people are trying to lie to you or deceive you in some way. One of you has that quality. But with you guys together, you're very much the King and Queen of Cups. Very emotionally mature, very well paired together. And with the Two of Cups, that's, you know, the partnership card, the unity. And it is attributed to like kind of a marriage card as well with people. And you could be married, or you could be just, you know, dating or maybe engaged, something of that nature. But it's a very good partnership from what I'm seeing, a very strong one with this 10 and 9 of Pentacles. Um, I think it's one that has been a long relationship. Like, I feel like you've been together for a long time, even if not dating, but at least known each other for a long time. And one of you is probably the one watching this, I'm assuming, is starting to get a little, like, getting a little antsy, you know, wanting to take the next step up in whatever your relationship, you know, whether that's like moving in together or getting engaged or maybe getting married or maybe, you know, starting a family, whatever it is that you're wanting to move up to. I think you're getting a little antsy about it because I feel like it is very slow moving, which isn't always a bad thing, but I think if that is something that is becoming an issue with one of you, where you're just like, come on, like, can we just get it moving a little bit here? If that's something you're worried about, I think with this Queen of Knives is also there to kind of be like, you know, you could just like mention that to your person. You can just, like, you know, in a nice way, just kind of bring it up in a discussion of like, so is this kind of thing on the table, or do we have any kind of plan for it? Is it something that you see in the future for us soon, or like, you know, just kind of give it a feel out of like, where are we on this? Because I feel like your person knows, like, they know that it's something that you want, or they know that it's something that you're probably thinking about with this Priestess card here. I think they know, or they're more intuitive, or one of you is at least, and like the other side knows. I think it's just a discussion that needs to be had. If you want to feel like it needs to kind of be picked up a little bit. Yeah, with this Sun card in here, it's just kind of enforcing that Two of Cups for me, because it seems like such a little parallel there with the two figures embracing in both of them. And the Sun, of course, is you know, happiness, joy, and light, and all good things. So I think any kind of discussion brought up about, because it's not like an issue, but it's just kind of, one of you is just kind of like, God, can we just a little faster? You can just bring it up to the other person, and they'll probably be like, sure, you know, like, you got a point, like, let's talk about it. You know, I think that's all that really needs to happen for you guys. So I'm gonna get some of your oracle cards going here now. So your first oracle card, we've got number 16, is Ask Your Soul. Got a couple pretty hearts on there too. Ask your soul. So, when I first saw that card, I thought it said ask your soulmate. My brain added that little bit on there. Because again, it just feels like there's something that needs to be discussed or just brought up to the other part of this relationship from one of you. So, with that card, though, it says in the book, something you have asked for will soon turn up in your life. There you go. Every time you request something, you plant a seed in your quantum field or vibrational reality, where it begins to grow and move toward you. This is how we create and expand consciousness. Asking is the first step in any creation. It only needs to be about 10% of the creative process, but somehow most of us make it about 90%. If we don't see any evidence our desires are coming into existence, we keep asking. This holds us in a place where the answers can't be heard. What you desire is on its way. You only need to ask once. It doesn't matter whether this is out loud or in your mind, because the universe interprets vibrations, not words. there you go. Yeah, just ask. But things happen in their own time. You know, you can still bring it up and it might not make anything happen faster, but at least then it'll be out there and you won't have to be sitting there just asking again and again and again and just kind of, you know, worrying about it so much. So yeah, just ask. Just ask, and then once it becomes a thing that's cleared up and out in the air, know that it's coming. Oops. Okay, so we get your next oracle card here. One card. Whoop-a. Okay. Okay. Next oracle card is number 8, the Healer. It says, I am loving and compassionate and able to bring healing to others. I feel like that is just, I mean, honestly, both of you in this relationship feel like healers. I did say that one of you seems more like the priestess, maybe more intuitive and connected to, you know, all of that. But again, with being the King and Queen of Cups, I think both of you are very much healers, whether you really know it or not, or maybe you have jobs that are in relation to that. But I think you're both very loving and compassionate people, very, like I said, emotionally mature. And woo, that's not what I wanted. Yeah, I think your relationship maybe is also just very healing and compassionate, and seems like a very good partnership. Like, just looking at it makes me smile, like, for you guys. Alright, so another oracle card here. So your next oracle card, the number 24, Potion. Remember to practice self-love. So you are in a very good, loving relationship, it seems like, but that card is there just to remind you, don't forget about yourself too. Like, don't forget about just enjoying some me time, enjoying time for yourself and self-love, self-care. Yeah, this card says to just keep on track, get back on track with that. Keep yourself maintained in all ways, big or small. So, it could just be like taking a nice bath, putting on a face mask, or, you know, just letting yourself chill out for a while, hang out and do something nice for you. Ooh, okay. I am going to get you another little message card here, because this is so relationship focused. Get you one of these affirmations here. 1, 2, 2. Just one of these. Really need right now. Okay. Alright, so your card I got here for you, your message is thoughtfulness. And it says, it's time to put your money where your mouth is and have fun showing your love. Think of all the little things you can do to show a person you love them. Then stop thinking of those things and actually do them. Is it time to hide a note in someone's pocket, make them a snack, order them a book? Anything thoughtful can be an act of love. Even taking the trash out of the dumpster. Out to the dumpster. Not out of the dumpster. That would be silly. Unless you're dating the trash, in which case don't take it to the dumpster, take it somewhere fancy. Wow. Who would have thought that being so full of thoughts could be considered thoughtful? So we've got the self-love, self-care for you to focus on for yourself, but also thoughtfulness for your partner. To remember that, you know, everybody needs some love in this. Although it seems like a very strong, loving relationship as it is, just don't forget the camera. Don't forget each other, but don't forget yourself individually as well. And just whatever it is that you're still waiting on or that you're expecting, you want, just ask. You know, ask the universe, talk to your partner, and then just know that sometimes some things are slower in coming than maybe you'd like, but they will be there. They are on their way. You just gotta hold on and remember to think of yourself and keep your partner in mind. Okay, so that is the message I'm getting for you, Group 2. Hopefully that made sense for you. You can let me know in the comments if it did. You can subscribe if you want to see any more readings from me in the future. And thank you for watching. Hope I will see you in the next one. Bye. Hello, Group 3. You are here if you picked this cute little owl charm. Or if you picked it from the cards that it was on. Little owl. So, you are here for a reading that is going to be a message, general message that somebody is trying to get through to you. Either, you know, a spirit guide or whatever higher power you believe in or follow, or could be somebody in your life. Wow, okay. There's all of them. It all came out at once. Somebody is trying to get this message to you and you're either just not hearing it or you're not listening. And I have my music playing as usual. If anything sticks out to me, I will let you know, and then most likely leave you a link in the description to a lyric video for you. Oh man. Okay. So, your first tarot deck, first card, we have the Queen of Pentacles. This is kindness on the bottom. And I feel like I pull these exact cards that I'm going to pull out right now, like in my last reading for one of my groups. And these same people watch it again, I wonder. Alright, so your second card is the Ten of Pentacles, which is luck. And then we have number 3, the Queen of the Ocean, which says abundance on the bottom. And we have number 5, the High Priest. This is wisdom on the bottom. Okay. Alright. Get your next tarot deck shuffled up here. Get a little more on this, okay. Two more. Group 3. What do they need here right now? One more card for Group 3. Okay. Your first card from this deck is the Tower. And we have the Ten of Swords. Just followed by the Ace of Swords. And then we have the Ten of Cups. So you have 3 tens in this. We got a Ten of Pentacles, Ten of Swords, and the Ten of Cups. We have the Tower and then the Ace of Swords. And all of those together makes it very clear to me that right now you are going through a time when a lot of things are like completing their cycle with you, which is causing things to start changing. Ace of Swords is there to be the start of something else coming in, and with the Tower it's just like a lot of things I feel like are shifting for you very soon. Group 3. New things are beginning, old things are ending. And none of it seems negative. I want to make that clear because, you know, endings and beginnings is all a part of life. And we've got, you know, kindness, luck, abundance, wisdom. Because this card's like the Hierophant card, so there's a lot of wisdom that you're going to be gaining, I think, from all these experiences that you've had, and things that will be turning over soon. Yeah, I think it's just lots of change happening for you very soon, or maybe currently. And I think you're going to be learning a lot going into it and when you come out of it. But there's also going to be a lot of there's going to be a lot coming out of this for you. I don't know what else to say, but you're getting your oracle cards going. Because it's funny, when I was trying to pick your decks out that I wanted to use, it was hard for me to get tarot decks. Your charm wanted nothing but oracle decks. Maybe it's because oracle cards will have more to say about it, but I kept asking for tarot decks and it was demanding different oracle decks instead. So I might end up pulling out more oracle decks for you to use. To get more messages for you. And I think that's more of what I'm trying to get from your guys. But we'll see. Okay. So your first oracle card is this one. It's number 16, which is the same as the Tower. Number 16, Reflections. And it says, what you contemplate can actualize. So maybe this change, or one of them that's happening, or new cycles that's beginning, is something that you have been trying to manifest, that you've been thinking about for a while, that you've been wishing for, waiting for, something like that. So it's letting you know that, you know, with the Tower card in there, it might feel chaotic with a lot of things that are going to be happening, but it's just something that you've wanted, so, you know, don't be too worried about all the changes. Okay. Your next oracle card is Black Cat. fortune meets opportunity. So this change could also be an opportunity that's being presented to you. But again, it is something that you have been trying to manifest, so it makes sense to me that it would also be considered a fortune for you. And we've got the Ten of Pentacles there with luck. Let me look at what this says exactly about this card. Sleek and black and lantern-eyed, crosses your path with a hiss. Good luck and fortune sweep by with a kiss. So in traditional folklore, cats were said to have one foot in this world and one in the next. They were the conduit between the underworld and this world, and fortune and opportunity. In the times of the Inquisition, the Middle Ages, cats were hunted because they were said to be allies of evil entities such as devils and witches. Black cats, black being associated with the darker aspects of the supernatural, were especially singled out. Unfortunately, that still happens. Historians believe this unprecedented killing of the cats in the name of eradicating evil led to an unchecked increase in the rat population, which was responsible for the alarmingly rapid spread of the bubonic plague and the death of millions of people. These days, in Germany, for example, a black cat passing one's path indicates impending misfortune. Yet in ancient Britain, they were considered good luck, and were even given to brides on their wedding day. Oh. In Japan, to this day, they are considered very good luck and bringers of fortune. Should the slinky black cat cross your path through this oracle, know that good luck and fortune will be meeting you promptly. Also know that your luck will be even luckier if you are prepared to take advantage of every special opportunity that comes your way. So, okay. Consider that your black cat crossing your path. All these changes that are happening. I mean, you already had this luck card come up anyway, but you got the black cat in there really confirming it for you. You're going to have an opportunity for some good fortune, and I think whatever it was you're manifesting is going to be a very good thing for you. These new cycles beginning are just going to bring even more, and this is abundance, you know, even more for you. So what other message here for group 3? Okay, so your next oracle card, we have card number 1, which is Princess. This says, you can be your own knight. So for this card, you know, it says you may be in a dire situation you need escaping from, but rest assured, you have the power within to persevere. You already know you don't need to be rescued by a charming prince or a chivalrous knight in shining armor. You've got your own shield and sword, and God's help anyone who thinks they can do a better job. So I feel like you're just the kind of person also who just doesn't need someone to help them. Like, they don't need someone to do it for them. You feel like the kind of person that is like, I'll just do it. I'll do it myself. It's fine. Like, I got it. Just back off. Like, not in a rude way exactly, but just, you're like, I got it. Don't worry about me. I'm fine. Which is also, I think, going to help you with all the change and tower kind of happening. Because like I said before, like, new beginnings like that aren't always negative. They're not always bad. And I think someone with that attitude is not going to have to worry too much about it. You got it. Well, do I want to oracle decks now? Yeah, okay. I'm going to at least do this one, another oracle deck for you. Alright, for group 3, what else can we tell them they need to know? Although I feel like I kind of said what I need to, I do feel the need to grab one of these as well. Just one second. Okay. for the last Oracle deck or card I'm going to pull for you here, we have She Who Calms, Jenna, stillness, purity, and quiet. She also kind of looks like a princess in that picture to me. Let's see what to say about Jenna in here. So, She Who Calms. Jenna walks beneath a wintry sky. Her wise companion, the owl, the owl, follows her. There is peace here in the stillness of the trees. Her dress, made from the feathers of the white peacock with a delicate overlay of Queen Anne's lace, echoes the quiet purity of snow. The goddess is a ghost to some. To others, she is a trusted confidant. But Jenna sees and knows all who revel in her wintry world. A whisper of a cold breeze against the cheek is her kiss of thanks. Jenna appears in order to honor the pause. Come to me, child, she quietly calls. Come to me when your days are too full. Come to me when noise overpowers. Her gift is calm companionship. An intimate walk on a snow-quieted day will be your reward when you answer her call. She and her whisper-winged guide want to show you the benefit of carving out a few peaceful moments for yourself. This lovely spirit of Winterland beckons you to join her for one still minute. Focus on your breath. Appreciate all that we have in this one simple moment. Pause to give thanks for this calm respite. So the questions Jenna asks is, can I afford 5 minutes to merely sit and breathe quietly? How will I benefit by taking a few minutes right now? And how can I make this a daily practice? Alright, so with that card, I think that's just a little side message for you. And I love the fact that there's an owl in there too. Just to kind of remember to take time to be quiet and calm somewhere, even if it's just for a couple minutes. And, you know, with the reflections card too, it's kind of saying that too. Like, take some time, reflect, and just let yourself breathe and get through all these changes and whatever's happening, and then you can go back out, you know, with your head held up being like, I got this now, let's go, and move forward. That is what I've got for you, Group 3. Hopefully that all resonated, or some of that at least resonated with you. Can let me know if it did. You can subscribe if you want to see any more readings from me in the future. And thank you for watching. Hopefully I will see you in the next reading. Bye.